All those in favor of Ed Muska signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Well, thank you, everybody. The town clerk will read the call of the meeting.
Electors and those persons eligible to vote in town meetings of the town of Stafford, Connecticut are hereby notified that a special town meeting will be held in the Warren Memorial Town Hall Veterans Meeting Room, Stafford, Connecticut on October 8th, 2015 at 6:30 p.m. for the purpose to wit: 1. To repeal the following ordinances: 9-2, which was establish the Stafford Water Pollution Control Authority; 9-3, sewer ordinance. 2. To amend the following ordinance: 9-1, create a sewer authority. 3. To allow for any proposed ordinances to be published in summary form as stated in Connecticut General Statute 7-157B. 4. To appropriate $27,743.46 from the general fund cash balance to account 20-490-8135, continuing fund abatement, as approved and recommended by the Board of Finance at their September 14, 2015 meeting. 5. To do all other business to come before said meeting. This document is prepared for the benefit of the public solely for the purposes of information, summarization, and explanation. This document does not represent the intent of the legislative body of the town of Stafford for any purpose. A copy of all ordinances are on file in the office of the town clerk. Dated at Stafford, Connecticut, this 24th day of September 2015. Signed by Richard Shuck, Deirdre Knowlton, Neil Haas, Board of Selectmen. Published in the Journal Inquirer September 26, 2015, and posted with the town clerk September 28, 2015.
All right, item number 1 and item number 2 in the agenda are really one item. It's to basically repeal a former ordinance to adopt a new ordinance in its place. So I think it's appropriate if we have a motion on item number 1 and 2 together.
I move the town of Stafford repeal ordinance 9-2, establish the Stafford Water Pollution Control Authority, adopted April 24th, 1979, and 9-3, sewer, adopted February 29th, 1996, and to amend ordinance 9-1, create a sewer authority, adopted August 30th, 1967.
Okay, is there a second for that motion?
Second.
Seconded. All right, Richard, did you want to explain this? Or,
Sure. Okay, bear with me here. So first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the town meeting tonight to take part in a possible voting for the changing of the town ordinance for the WPCA. The new ordinance will only contain standard language detailing the formation of the WPCA and laying out the responsibilities. This separation will allow the WPCA to adjust the technical regulations without going to town meeting, while still allowing for public comment on any change at scheduled public hearings. As some of you may know, the WPCA has been preparing an updated set of regulations for some time. WPCA hired Weston & Sampson Engineering Consultants on December 2nd, 2013 for the preparation of the sewer user regulations, and we've had several meetings excuse me, over the last 2 years. Most of the meetings were held here in this room at the town hall, and there was also a significant amount of special meetings that we had discussing the regulations. The content of the regulations is outside the scope of the ordinance. However, questions have been arised concerning the content of the regulations, so please allow me to clarify. The new regulations are straightforward and unbiased, as we can have made them. They have been compiled in the interest of the providing clear and accurate information to all residents, commercial and industrial sewer users, as well as any individual or company seeking to connect to the sewer. The regulations refer to the state FOD program, state statutes, and also the public health code. There's also 51 detailed drawings in our regulations for anybody installing new sewers. The regulations are also offer an appeals process in which the sewer user may meet with the WPCA to discuss their questions or concerns, particularly any situation that cause undue financial hardship. Specific questions have been raised concerning developers' agreements, which may allow for reimbursement after the installation of a sewer line passing other benefited properties. Developer agreements are formed on a case-by-case basis with the help of the town attorney, and any concern regarding this policy are covered under the appeals process. But we're here to talk about the new ordinance tonight. You're not here to vote on the content of the WPCA regulations. All you need to vote on tonight is, do you like this document, which is the new ordinance, 2 pages, or do you like the old document, which is 57 pages long? Again, I'd like to thank everybody for attending, and thank you for being involved in the decision-making of our town.
All right, is there discussion on the motion? Nobody has anything to say?
Anybody want one?
New proposed ordinance.
I have a quick question. I guess directed to Rick. How long has this new document been in the process of being developed?
Again, excuse me, I'm just gonna stand. Again, December 2nd of 2013 is when we hired Weston and Sampson. It actually started in 2010 when we started looking at the regulations, the old ordinance, I'm sorry. They were designed in 1996 and we felt that it needed to be updated.
Thank you.
Okay, any further questions, discussion? Hearing no hands up burning, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. All right, item number 1 and item number 2 on the agenda are approved, so the new ordinance is adopted. Do I hear a motion on item number 3 on the agenda?
I move the town staff would allow for any proposed ordinance to be published in summary form as stated in Connecticut General Statute 7-157B.
Is there a second for that?
Second.
All right, any explanation on this? This is just so that you don't have to publish the whole ordinance. All right, does everybody understand that?
Save one.
Save money, okay, that's all it's good. Okay, any discussion on that? Hear none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Okay, item number 3 on the agenda is approved. Do I hear a motion on item number 4 on the agenda?
I move the town staff would approve an appropriation of $27,743.46 from the general fund cash balance to $2490.8135, which is the continuing fund abatement account as approved and recommended by the Board of Finance at their September 14, 2015 meeting.
Is there a second for that?
Second.
All right, that's the done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Former principal. Earlier this year, there was an incident at the former mid school. There was an underground oil tank that had been cleaned out and empty. Unfortunately, either some kids took the cap off of it, or somebody hit it with a car or something. And we got some heavy rains at some point, which filled the tank, and the little bit of oil that was left in the bottom had floated to the top, went out into a catch basin, got into the little duck pond. Somebody walking by actually smelled it, we caught it really quickly. And the cleanup on that was $27,743.46. That included removing the tank. DEP required that we remove the tank out of the ground and remove any contaminated soil that was around it. So that's what that's for.
Okay. Any discussion on this? If not, I'll call for a vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. All right, item number 4 on the agenda is approved. So that concludes the items we have on the agenda of the town meeting. So would somebody like to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Sorry, a second.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we stand adjourned.